2009. 19 change rooms full, 15 people waiting to go in, and another 20 on the shop floor browsing for a bikini or a one-piece swimsuit, getting ready for the summer holidays. These were very interesting times. I didn't know it then, but I was witnessing the peak of my business, because the year that followed would be like a roller coaster, and it was heading one way, and that was down. The name of the business is Daneechi, my nickname. When I was at design college, I was always sketching swimwear, so my name was matched with Leonardo da Vinci, and voila, Daneechi was born. As well as stocking over 40 swimwear brands, I also custom-made swimwear in the sizes and shapes that were often forgotten by mainstream designers. I had a swimwear factory in Leederville with a team of designers, pattern makers and machinists, as well as the retail store in Subiaco. I employed 40 staff. We made from a size 8 to 28, B cup to G cup. Daneechi stocked it all. And if you're wondering how large a G cup is, it's about the size of my head. Can you imagine carrying 2 of those in front of you all day, every day? 2010, the mood was changing. There was a seismic shift in the way people were thinking. Online sales were ramping up. Bricks and mortar stores were in a race to get a battle to get the sale. Discounting became the new normal. Shoppers had more front than mire, asking for and expecting discounts. But the problem with discounting is you don't make a profit. If you don't make a profit, you can't stay in business. And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, there was another twist to the knife. The council decided to introduce private parking as well as council parking. This led to many interesting times, none of them good. The first hour of parking was free. The second hour was $20. Needless to say, customers were rushing out the door 5 minutes before their free hour of parking was due to run out, never to return. Now ladies, we all know you cannot buy a swimsuit in 1 hour. You need at least 2 hours to buy a swimsuit. And just to put this in perspective, the longest time it took for a customer to buy a swimsuit wasn't 4 hours, not 5 hours, but 6 hours. I kid you not. It can be very stressful finding the right swimsuit. 2011, the year the roller coaster had its steepest decline. Sales dropped 24% in 1 year. That was $850,000 drop in 1 year. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. There were some fun, interesting times too. February 2017. The Adele concert was one such highlight. The Adele fans were like a ray of sunshine, overtaking the streets, the cafes, the shops, excitement in the air and a spring in their step. And of course, the legendary footy games. Who can forget the vibrant colours of the Eagles and the Dockers, the blue and yellow, the purple and white, the cheering, the chanting, the waving. It was uplifting. But 2018, the fun, interesting times were now well and truly over. After 30 years, I decided it was time to close. I'd run out of steam and enthusiasm. Like many small businesses, Daneechi was supposed to be our retirement nest egg. Sadly, this was not to be. But I did honour all my financial commitments, paying every last cent that was owed to staff and creditors. no bill was left unpaid. May 2020. 2 years after I closed the business, I read an article in the Australian newspaper that explained what's going on with Australia's economy. And it made me realise that the decline of my business was not my fault. It also left me with a feeling of dread for our country's future. It explained that we've been relying on our resources sector for too long and largely abandoning our local manufacturing. We've sold our soul to cheaper imports without adding value within our own country. It explained that the answer for a more prosperous future is to bring back local manufacturing. There's a movement that's gaining momentum, and it's called Mama. Make Australia Make Again. When I heard this, I thought, as if that'll ever happen. I was still bruised from my experience. But it got my attention. There's an economic table that thunders a warning to every Australian. It's the Economic Complexity Index, and it measures the complexity of products that a country produces. Japan sits at number 1, followed by Switzerland, Germany, Singapore. USA is 6th. Australia stumbles in at 59th, wedged between Kazakhstan and Lebanon. There are some positive initiatives with the government and industry to bring back local manufacturing, but we need to do more, because if we don't, there may be less jobs for future generations. Is this what we want for our children and our grandchildren? Australia's wealth was built off the sheep's back. When was the last time you bought an Australian-made woolen jumper? Every Australian citizen can do their bit too to keep us the lucky country. Next time you go shopping, choose Australian-made. It could just be that you're buying a job for your child or grandchild. I urge you to embrace Mama, to bring back the interesting times of manufacturing again. Buy Australian. Join the movement. Bring back manufacturing and make Australia make again.